There we go. All right, and as per usual, we are going to Concrete Man's stage first. So Bro Infernape, tell us about Concrete Man and its stage.
Well, Concrete's probably the most simple stage. It's just mostly jumping and shooting with your buster. But they go Concrete first. They used to go Splash first. But Concrete's probably the easiest with the new order. But we'll get into the order later once they actually beat.
Yeah, so the other reason we do Concrete first is because the versatility of Concrete Shot, it can be used in a number of ways, and we'll be seeing that in the next stage when we complete this one.
So you can see them just mashing through these elephants. Cab will be using a double.
So it looks like both our runners got through the elephants rather quickly. The elephants are rather beefy too. They take 12 shots from what I understand.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to, when they suck you in, and not get hit unless you mash really fast.
Especially since they do a lot of damage when they touch you. Alright, so both our runners are on the last screen for Concrete Man stage, and we gotta get through this platform section.
Looks like slasharbiter's health is a little lower, so he might, if Concrete decides to give him a bad pattern, then he might have some trouble. But Concrete, the basic thing is he can do one of three things. He can either jump, shoot Concrete, or dash at you.
Yeah.
You mostly want him to dash.
You mostly want to see him do one Concrete shot, because at least you can jump over that. And down goes Concrete Man for both the runners. Well done.
Both pretty good fights.
Alright, so we're going to get that Concrete shot, and we're going to see that put to immediate work when we go into our next stage, which is going to be Magma Man. So the reason we're doing it in the specific orders we are, instead of more of a set order, is we primarily want to get Rush Jet as soon as possible. So we're going to traverse through Magma Man stage next, and we're going to see that Concrete shot come into play real quick here. As you can see, it's going to create platforms temporarily, so we can use them to step up through areas, or and if we'll see it on MrCab's screen here in a moment, it'll block up the lava flow. Or I guess that's later on, never mind.
There is a strat where you can shoot down a concrete block, jump on that, and block the laser, but that's pretty difficult to do, especially in a tournament setting. I don't think you would go for that.
Yeah, so it takes, what, 5 or 6 shots against the dragon to take him down with Concrete shot.
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
Ooh, and slasharbiter getting it right on the end there. Alright, so we're going to see that Concrete... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You saw in slasharbiters that 4-tile jump can be pretty scary at the end. But then you get to see Concrete get put into use.
Yeah.
Slash gets the zip there. That's a 1-frame trick.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do. It scares me. Alright, so we're going to do a dance with Magma Man here, as Magma Man works like this. He either jumps 2 spots over or 1, and pretty much once you figure out his pattern, it ends up being pretty simple, I think. MrCab making quick work of Magma Man. Slasharbiter got to be a little careful. He's a little low on health. Don't want to take too many of those body shots.
Left. Oh, but he makes
nicely
through.
Done, clutch. All right, so both our runners got 2 Robot Masters down. We'll be going on to, I believe, Galaxy Man next, if I'm not mistaken.
The routes can diverge here. It doesn't really matter if it's Hornet or Galaxy, as we see Cab take Galaxy, or I mean Hornet. But I think it just boils down to, in no resets, like, or not no resets, but in PB attempts where you'd want to reset more, and I believe Galaxy is the most reset heavy.
Yeah, you want to generally want to get those much more annoying stages out of the way as soon as possible. So, as we see our runners on 2 different screens, MrCab's going through Plant Man, and we're going to be seeing a little flower pop up that takes about 5 concrete shots to destroy. slasharbiter is going to make a lot of use in Galaxy Man stage with the rush call.
Looks like Cab gets the perfect flower.
Yeah. Generally, you want to see the flower on the ledge below you, and there's at least 3 spots in that area where it's the perfect spot. So we got both the runners traversing through the levels. MrCab coming up to the Boss Door and Hornet Man stage. We got slasharbiter going through this vertical section here. Is using rush to avoid climbing as much as possible. And MrCab is now in the Hornet and Boss Door, and we're going to use the Magma Bazooka to do a lot of damage here. We're going to take out his Hornets and as well as him himself. And the interesting thing about the Bazooka is all 3 shots will do damage to enemies. And down goes Hornet Man for MrCab as slasharbiter is coming up to the last section of Galaxy Man's stage, and he's going to use the copter to get a little extra speed here in the last. Ooh, but he gets smacked in the face by 1.
Oh, he mistimes the back boost, so he doesn't get onto that concrete block.
Nope. And MrCab is now in Galaxy Man's stage. We generally want to see 2 swoops, right?
2 swoops is the best, but most of the time you're not going to see.
No. We saw 3 swoops earlier.
3 swoops is possible if you don't kill him on 2.
Alright, so MrCab starting his Galaxy Man stage, putting Rush Coil to use as slasharbiter is finishing. I'd imagine he's going to go to Hornet Man next. I could be mistaken.
Yes, Hornet would be the next one for him now. HJ says it's a 25% chance for 2 swoops against Galaxy.
Alright, so as these runners are traversing their stages, we got... I'm going to take a little time to thank SpeedGaming for hosting our tournament, as we can do this without all the volunteers there, so shout outs to them.
Looks like Cab missed a coil there, so he had to fall down and redo that section. He did a pretty nifty back boost, so he didn't have to fall all the way down. Let's see slasharbiter's flower.
And one of the worst spots, but he mashes it down.
That probably is the worst spot, because you have to walk all the way back and then through the hole. Cab nut for that extra copter boost at the end of game. But I don't blame him, that's pretty dangerous.
But if you get it, it's faster technically.
Yeah, it is. slasharbiter having some trouble with concrete at the end of those flower pots.
Yeah, they weren't exactly being friendly to him and letting him through. Mr. Cab making quick work of Galaxy Man there.
Yeah, both runners not getting ideal galaxies, but they dealt with it pretty well.
And Slash Arbiter now right in the Ornament stage, and these runners are pretty much still going to be neck and neck.
Good kill from Arbiter.
Yep.
So
Yep, they'll
Cab
both
has
be
a
on
little bit of a lead, I'm pretty sure, but it'll
Yep.
be shown now that they're both going to Jewel.
All right, so Mr. Gab's going to introduce Jewel Man stage. I'm going to pull out the concrete shot to get rid of a number of these enemies in the fastest way possible.
You can bust through this intro screen as well. I like to concrete it because it's a little bit safer, but it doesn't really matter which one. It's a little bit faster for Buster since you don't have to switch. But it looks like both runners are opting for concrete.
Yep. I think it's about a 20-second difference between when Mr. Cap started the stage and Slash Arbiter touched down. Alright, so we're going to use the Hornet here to bring out the Cheese Puff Ball, and then you can do this one of two ways. Either use the Magma Bazooka or the Concrete Shot to get a quick...
So it looks like Cab got one of the worst patterns. You normally don't want the Cheese Puff to go on the left. It's fastest for him to come up on the right. And both runners not getting very good. Slash Arbiter got the second to the left.
Well, the important part is they got, even though it's not wasn't in the best spot, it was still quick.
Yeah, quick kill, and they're still pretty even. I saw Cab on this spike swing. He didn't opt to doing the fast strat, but that swing could be pretty scary in a race situation. Looks like Slash Arbiter went for the good one.
Zero fear, right there from Slash Arbiter. I mean, I can understand it, I think, in a tournament setting. Sometimes you want to be a little careful, but, you know, you still want to get those quick strats in when you can.
The basis for Jewel, man, you can shoot it in the air, and sometimes it can do 5. I'm not really sure how exactly it works. And then you just shoot on the ground. So if you do 4, you shoot on the ground, and it just does 2 to him to finish him off. But ideally, you just want to shoot 2 black hole bombs to kill.
Yep. And usually there's a split here. Some will go to Plug, and some will go to Splash Woman. So let's see where Slash Arbiter is going to go. Mr. Cab opted for Plugman, and now they'll both have Rush Jet to make these last 3 stages not as annoying as they could be. And it looks like Slash Arbiter is going to choose to go to Plugman next.
So for Plugman, as soon as the stage starts, there's a global cycle for the Yoku blocks. So if you get the stage correctly, you get the fast cycle. It looks like Cab didn't really get it. So he has to wait 3 or 4 seconds and then just to get the good cycle back.
Mr. Slash Arbiter certainly, though, has gained some time back, though.
It looks like he almost got a fast cycle.
And
Ooh,
Mr.
that was
Cab,
close.
yeah, that was scary for Mr. Cab. Taking a bit of a chance there, I think. And Slash Arbiter is biting on his heels, as Mr. Cab now has to take it slow as he's low on Rush Jet.
Looks like he makes it through, and now he takes that E-Tank. Slash Arbiter not.
He's right there. They're on the same spot right now. Slash Arbiter opted not to grab the E-Tank there. So, ladies and gentlemen of Speed Gaming 3, get those sync emotes into chat. Slash Arbiter is just waiting for that cycle to get over it, as both the runners are going to be going into the Plugman fight here in a moment. Alright, so Plugman used the Jewel Satellite, and you, well, for pun's sake, you plug away. Alright, so both of ours are going on to, I believe, Splash Woman next. Oh, MrCab choosing Tornado Man, and slasharbiter going to Splash Woman. So, my mistake.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter now they have the weakness for both of the last two bosses.
So we'll see how much they're apart when we get to Wily 1. So for MrCab, we're going to be using Rush Jet a lot in this stage, pretty much because this entire section is garbage. We'd rather not deal with it, so we're just going to use Rush Jet and fly over it, and we'll be using it again later when the weather turns for worse. Meanwhile, slasharbiter is about to use Rush Jet to help this vertical section that has never been seen before in a Mega Man game, not once.
Yeah, I've never seen this section before.
So we use the Rush Jet to help stand on the smaller bubbles to make the screen go up faster.
Slasharbiter opting to go for the safer strat and wait for the small bubble in the middle. It wastes 3 seconds, but it's 100% safer.
Yeah, we're probably in this turn we're going to see a couple more of the safer strats here instead of some of the riskier ones. Meanwhile, MrCab's in the second. The weather's gotten for worse, and we're switching back to Rush Jet to get through that section as the rain pushed against him. And now in this last section, we've used the rain to our advantage and pushed forward, which is a neat little speed area. So let's see if Tornado Man's going to be a bro for MrCab here.
The optimal pattern for him is if he stays on the ground, which it looks like.
Looks like he got the second one. And achievement completed for slasharbiter as he gets
the bunny hop achievement.
as he kills Splash Woman. Alright, so we got both our runners on their last Robot Master stage, as MrCab will go to Splash Woman, and slasharbiter will go to Tornado Man next. So, alright, so, sorry, go ahead.
I was just about to explain how slasharbiter opted for jetting through that full first section as well instead of going on the magnets.
Well, it's certainly safer than going on the magnets because they're a trip, and rather not deal with them at all. It looks like MrCab also opted to do the safer strat there in Splash Woman that slasharbiter did earlier.
Yeah, it's 3 seconds for free, so Well, you lose 3 seconds, but it's pretty much a free.
Ooh, and both runners having a bit of difficulty here, and Slash Arbiter not getting the E-Tank in Tornado Man stage. So he's going to be going into Wily stages with essentially just getting the M-Tank later on.
I don't think either runner got the E-Tank in Tornado.
I do know Mr. Cab got the E-Tank in Plugman stage.
Both runners making into their final boss corridors.
Yep. So let's see. Looks like Mr. Cab's fight started first. It doesn't look like Tornado Man is going to be a bro for Slash Arbiter.
Nope. This is
one of the
bad luck.
worst.
This is usually what I get. But he makes it out, and both runners on decent pace for 8 robots.
Yep. Just going by Mr. Cab's timer, as doesn't appear Slash Arbiter is using one. He was at 21:25, I think, when the weapon transition happened. But yeah, both the runners are now on Wily stages. We are sailing through this race.
It's still pretty close going. A lot of things can go wrong in Wily.
Especially in Wily 4.
Wily 4 and Wily 2 are the big ones. Cab opting for the safe dual strat here.
Yeah, I believe it's about 10 seconds between when Mr. Cab started and Slash Arbiter started. So this section right here, the game intends for... Oh no, poor Slash Arbiter.
Oh, just missing Rush and falls into the hole.
So the game intended for you to use Tornado in this section to traverse the low parallel section, but we have Rush Jet, so no thank you. Alright, gonna take on the Dragon mini boss refight, and MrCab takes it right on down with Concrete Shot.
Luckily for Slash Arbiter, that death wasn't too large since it was in the first section.
Yeah, but with as close as the race this has been, it's still going to be costly.
Yeah, death could decide it. Won't try and jinx anything.
Or are we? Anyway, so... Oof, Mr. Slash Arbiter trying to do the rush close strat with the dragon, but doesn't quite get it. Alright, so this boss coming up makes my thumbs hurt. I don't know about you. So pretty much you got these...
This boss does kick my wrists, I'll say that.
Yeah. It's like... If you didn't get your wrist workout earlier in the day, you're going to get it out doing this fight, because you're pretty much mashing these spike balls into the enemies on the right side of the screen.
I believe there is a certain pattern you can mash to maximize the speed of the spike balls, but even with that mashing pattern, it's still a problem on my wrists, and probably most people's wrists.
Yeah. I mean, we could use Tornado, but that's slow.
It looks like Slash Arbiter might have taken a death here. I'm not sure if he's that behind, because I think I saw him do that section twice.
Alright, so Wily 2. This stage is just long. I don't know how to explain it outside of it just being long.
This stage has, at the start, is decent, but just there are some things that can go wrong in it if you don't execute properly.
Mostly underwater.
Yeah, there's one section above water and a bunch underwater.
Alright, and so you got these little enemies that come out. They're really not relevant whatsoever. They try and make these platforms that, you know, may or may not be real, but they're all fake. And if you've played this game enough, you know which platforms are fake.
Yeah. Cab, that's the hardest jump in the game, and he makes it. He just has to tiptoe over. Oh, but he didn't have enough concrete.
He missed
He was
one
short.
He missed one of his shots, that's why.
Oh, we got a lucky spawn though, and got to kill him with magma pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, the flower was also in probably the second worst spot it could be.
Slash entering Wily 2. Or I guess he's already entered it.
So we got a question in chat, what system it came out for. To put it simply, it pretty much came out last gen. So Wii, 360, PS3. MrCab, I know, is running on Wii, and I know slasharbiter is running on the Legacy 2 collection, which is allowed in this tournament.
Yeah, this one was, as you said, Wii, PS3, Xbox 360 originally, and then on Legacy Collection 2, it came out Xbox One, PS4, PC, and I think Switch as well. Eventually got a...
And Steam.
Yes.
So we pretty, as to my knowledge, we left it up to the runners as to what version they desire to run on.
Cab's up on the, I believe it's the Mega Mech Shark, this is called.
Okay.
There's 3 phases to it.
Admittedly, I referred to it as the Shark Jet. But it's got 3 sections. It's got a back, middle,
Slash Arbiter missing a jump and falls into a spike. Just showing how brutal underwater can be.
Yeah, you had that issue earlier.
Yeah.
Alright, so the thing about the Shark Jet here is Trident's weakness, but in that middle section you can switch to, or for more casual players, you can switch to Tornado and just wreck the middle section, but don't feel like menuing, so we'll just continue using the Trident.
If you really can't do the double hits, then Tornado is probably faster. But if you know how to take it down without taking too much damage, then you just use laser.
Alright, so Wily 3 is here.
This is a stage.
This is a slow stage because we got this vertical section here, and pretty much you really aren't going to be moving anywhere unless you shoot. So in order to mitigate time, we do a dance. Or at least Mr. Cab's going to do a dance for us. But yeah, Wily 3 is a relatively slow stage because there's 2 of those vertical sections. The second one being a little more important because outside of the Devils, there's also an M tank, which is very important to the run because we're going to be using that later on.
Yeah, there's a couple of places where you can use the M tank, but we can talk about that once we see it get used.
Yeah. So here we go with that vertical section. Now when we get to that last screen here in Wily 3, we want to use this little robot copter that's going to be on the far left side, and use that to carry us over to the M tank that's going to be on the right side of the screen. Now you can do a strat where you can pick up the M take and then go back over, but that's dangerous. We don't want to. Looks like MrCab is about to run out of. Opting to use his M tank now.
Hopefully he gets the quick kill on Twin Devil. Well, the most I think people like Slurpee and HJ, they use the M tank right before the Twin Devil anyway. But I think the most common use I've seen right after Concrete in the refights.
Yeah. Well, the main reason for that is Concrete is the primary weakness for the second part of the Wily machine, but I do think it's as you have a backup strat with the bazooka. So, can you explain what's going on here with MrCab and this black hole bomb, and why is he pausing?
So, he initiated his first black hole bomb to time it, and then some runners, if they're good enough, they'll just wait for the black hole bomb to expire, and then just shoot another one to save a pause. But to be safer, some of them pause, and if you get it quick enough, you can get it before the eye of the Twin Devil goes to the other side, causing another cycle. But it looks like Cab just missed it and had to do the 2-cycle.
Yeah, the 2-cycle is the more common one. But the thing is, with the black hole bomb, it can't be fired in succession. So we pause in order to eliminate the one that's already out.
So slasharbiter is finishing up Wily 3. Cab's onto the first section of Wily 4.
Looks like he was just opting to tank that very top section so he can conserve concrete.
Yeah, he's got to conserve a lot of concrete since he's already used his M tank.
Alright, so here we go with the refights here. We're going to do Galaxy first.
Let's see if, while he's fighting Galaxy, let's see if Slash...
Just missed it. Just missed it.
Yeah, barely. Couple pixels off, I would say. I'm not an expert, so I'm not sure. Cab just missing one concrete. I'm not sure how much that might hurt him in the Wily fight. But there is a Magma Bazooka backup if he misses. If he's run himself out.
See if Tornado Man's going to be a bro for MrCab this time. Nope, not whatsoever.
That's probably the worst spot he can put you in.
Yeah, Tornado Man doing Tornado Man things. None of which is good. Alright, so we're actually going to use Tornado against Magma Man here. It's his weakness, but the developers decided, we're not going to give you enough, so you're never going to kill Magma Man from the beginning to end.
Well, there is a chance at a double hit, but I'm not sure how rare that is. I've only seen it a couple times. But most of the time you're just gonna hit him with as much as you have and then just finish him off with Magma, since that does 2 each time. It looks like Black Hole Bomb didn't pose a problem for Cav as he finishes off Jewel Man pretty easily.
slasharbiter using a unique backup strat for Galaxy with the Magma Bazooka. So, go ahead.
Cab is onto the Wily machine. So the basic strat would just be not really do what he's doing, but just shoot it back and forth with him. But you'll see good runners like shoot one and then jump and mash a bunch into him, kind of like what Cab's doing. Now on to phase 2, this is where the concrete usage comes in. You can either just straight run at you or go up and then stomp down on you. Looks like he might be down 1. Yeah, they'll have to finish it off with magma. And now everybody's favorite part of Mega Man 9, the casino. He can spawn high, he can spawn low, it's however he feels. Looks like Cab's not getting a very good one right now. Opting for an E-Tank.
Yep, that's why we got that backup E-Tank.
Cab is opting for Hornet now. And that is
time. So
he has to grab the map first.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, now he grabs.
Alright, so MrCab finishes with an official SRL time of 37:38.
Yeah, as slasharbiter is into his Wily now.
Alright, so we're going to switch over audio to slasharbiter here for a moment while he's
Looks like Slash is having a little bit of trouble with that final egg.
Looks like Slash is going to be a little short on concrete there. Oh, nope, just enough. But his health is not exactly ideal.
Hopefully he can get a good casino. Take too much damage. And looks like the commentator's curse is at it again, since he's not getting a very good... But I guess I can explain. Ideally, for casino... Oh, no. He just takes a death there. You want him to spawn low, and that's where you can pump a bunch of shots into him.
Well, the upside is that was his last life, so he gets the weapon refills going down.
I'm just curious as to who had the bright idea of giving Wily the Wily capsule, who can fly anywhere, the weakness of the weapon that only travels on the ground.
I just want to know who had the right idea to have him juke you as you're trying to use said weapon. Alright, so Galaxy Man not giving slasharbiter any spooks. Trying to preserve that concrete. That precious, precious concrete.
He opts for Magnum Bazooka again, since he knows he's on a limit, I guess I'll call it.
Yeah, he probably knows just how much he has to fire to destroy the second part of the machine. Now, I actually approve this because he had switched over to Magma to finish off Galaxy. He opts to go to Hornet next. Usually, from what I've seen, is they do you do Galaxy first, and then you go over to Plugman, and then work clockwise from there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Now he just opts to go to Magma, does enough damage. Oh, and he gets a double hit, so he doesn't even need that.
Hey, there's that legendary double hit we were just talking about. Let's see, Tornado Man is going to be a bro for him this time. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, perfect pattern from Tornado there.
Alright, pulling out the jewel to plug away at Plugman again. I think slasharbiter was trying to figure out, wait, which robot master do we do? Oh, right, Jewel Man. Gonna still get the 2 cycle. Alright, take it on Splash 1. Let's see if we can get the hop again. Eh, it doesn't look it. I don't even know how you get that achievement that he got earlier.
I think the bunny hop achievement is for like jumping 50 times in a single level or something. And now he's on to round 2 with Wily. He's up.
He's up. Yeah.
Extra.
It's also a bit slower, but you know what? Better safe. Runs out of Trident there.
Health situation a little scary, especially with no tanks.
Honestly, and this is just my opinion, if I was in the situation, you take the death and preserve your weapon energy, because you know you're going to have to do it again without that.
Looks like he's just going full in and takes the unfortunate.
Yeah, that's rough. Sadly, the Buster does not give you the same effects as you would hope with the Trident, so this one is a real tennis match with lemons.
Now, one concrete to work with.
Okay. Let's see if he switches to Bazooka or if he goes straight Buster. The machine giving him a good pattern here in the second part. You know what? Where's this machine when I'm in this fight? I wish I could have this all the time. All right, on to the capsule we go.
Start.
Good start there, that's for sure.
It goes down again. So
Capsule
two.
being real nice here. Wow.
And that is it.
GG. So SlashArbiter finishes with a time of 46:10. All right, we're gonna take a quick break here. We're gonna set up for the second seed. So stay put. All right, folks, and we're back. This is the Speed Gaming 3 channel. I am SpeedGaming9. Alongside me is Pro Infernape, and this is the MM9 Any Tournament. So we have our runners tonight, MrCab55 and slasharbiter. MrCab taking the first race of this best of 3. So with that, we are going to release the gates and set the hounds loose. So let's get some hype in chat for this second race of this best of 3. All right, the gate's loose, and any moment they'll both be pressing start, and we'll be off and running. Are you excited for this race, Pro Infernape?
I believe so.